All right, so you've fallen in love with some of the most beautiful, charming little neighborhoods in Denver. Well, today you are in luck because we are going to take a tour of some of those neighborhoods, give you the deep dive of what they look like, what they cost, and the red flag that's causing some people to move out to the suburbs versus them. Let's go. Hey guys, come join me on this tour of the west side of Denver where we explore some of Denver's most historic neighborhoods with the most charm and the most character. All right guys, we are exploring the Highlands today and we are just west of Lodo. This is an area that's very walkable and very close to the downtown Denver corridor. Used to be known as one of Denver's highest crime areas and really not a desirable place to live, but that has all changed here in that post 2010 really started picking up a lot, and especially after 2020 a lot of people started moving into this area and really making the home values increase a lot. So what you'll see in this area is a lot of the traditional Denver style bungalows, but you'll also see some scrapes where they put up brand new construction and where you have these great big homes now, and it's a pretty cool mix now. They have a lot of more modern type of architecture going in here, but you'll still have a lot of those old turn of the century homes as well. So median price point for this area is going to be right around $900,000, so it's definitely not one of the cheaper neighborhoods in Denver. Definitely has a lot going for it as far as things to do and the amenities. People really love that, one, it's so close to downtown. You can get out and take a scooter, rent one of these scooters that's in the corner and just go right into Lodo. It also has Highland Square, which is a very popular area. Really cool little, it's almost like a main street in what you would find in Littleton or Centennial or one of the other further out suburbs. But you also have Federal Boulevard right on the east end of the neighborhood. That gives you really access to all of Denver. You can take it all the way south into Littleton if you needed to, and then all the way north into like Westminster and the other suburbs. So it's a centrally located area, definitely very popular with millennials. It's very got a hip vibe to it. And like I said, the crime used to be just through the roof here. It used to be kind of what 5 Points is, but it's gotten a lot better, and a lot of people now like to call it home. Something else that you may have to contend with here is a lot of street parking, as you can see as I've been walking through these neighborhoods. They are pretty lined with cars, and it is kind of the middle of the day, prime time, when people would be at work. But with so many people working from home now, it's not as uncommon to see the streets kind of parked with cars. So there are some homes that come with a detached garage or that attaches to the alleyway, but you may have to prepare yourself for street parking and the challenges that come with that if you're in this neighborhood. Okay guys, if Highlands isn't quite the right fit for you, we're in the neighborhood just north of it now called Sunnyside. This is one of Denver's oldest neighborhoods. It's going to have a lot of the same charm and, kind of hip, eclectic vibe as the Highlands had, but you're going to find it has a little bit better of a price point. A lot of the homes in the Highlands are going $900,000 to $1 million. These ones are kind of starting $600,000 and going into the $750,000 range. So if you want to save a little bit of money but still be close to downtown, you have all your public transportation close by, you have a very bikeable and walkable area. You do have some shopping kind of on the south end of Sunnyside. That butts up to 32nd Avenue, which kind of ties into the Highlands, but it's not going to be quite the same walkability as the Highlands here. We move a little bit further to the west and to the north. You get a little bit further from that Lodo and that downtown Denver area. You'll find the neighborhoods of Berkeley, and that is the one I'm in now. Berkeley and Regis kind of tie in together on that northwest side of Denver. Regis also is in the area where the Regis University is. So Berkeley home prices are going to depend on a couple of things. If you're looking at these luxurious new build townhomes on Tennyson, really close to the hub and heart of everything, you're gonna be looking 900 to $1 million for a lot of those. You might be able to get a 2-bedroom for 800. If you're looking a little bit further out, you want a single family with a yard, private, and you can get something for probably in the 700, 800 range, depending on the size. But home prices in Berkeley have definitely gone up a lot. So Highland's very popular, Sunnyside very popular. Sunnyside probably the cheapest of the available ones that we talked about so far. But the downside, and why a lot of people are passing on some of these awesome neighborhoods, is schools. Schools are not ranked very high in any of these neighborhoods that we've talked about. A lot of people that live here are young and don't have kids, so it's not a huge issue. But for those that do, it's been a common complaint of residents here is that the schools are just not the best, and a lot of people are opting to send their kids to either private schools or drive out of district and have their kids go take education somewhere else. So some of the things people love about living in Berkeley is, one, its location, proximity to Denver. It's a little bit further out, but you are having a little bit better price point. You're also a lot closer to some of the bigger parks and open space. And when you move to Denver, there's a lot of outdoor living stuff and outdoor activities to do. But if you're like right within the city of Denver, there's really not a whole lot. I mean, you have a couple things here and there, but the real action is outside the city in some of those open spaces. Hey guys, back in studio here. I just wanted to jump in and remind you, if you're thinking of a move to Denver, please hit me up at the information on the screen. Call, text, or email. I love helping people, whether it's one of these neighborhoods or one of the amazing suburbs that we'll tour and other subsequent videos. I would love to be your resource for all things Denver real estate. So call, text, or email. And the next neighborhood we're headed to is Sloan's Lake. Sloan's Lake. You can see the lake there behind me. We'll get you some more shots of it so you can take a better look. But Sloan's Lake's the largest body of water here that we have in the Denver metro area. Definitely a very cool area. You have the Dragon Boat Festival here every summer. You have lots of just events around the park, whether that's 5Ks and racing around the lake or different things to do with the family. It's a very cool area for that. Now, Sloan's Lake is a little bit like Berkeley in that you're going to have a wide variety of homes. There are going to be those things that cross over the $1 million price point that are right on the lake. But if you go a little bit further out from that, you're still in the Sloan's Lake neighborhood and you can get a great value, although you won't have water views. Water views in Colorado are something that's very rare, not only for kind of the state as a whole, but especially in Denver and the surrounding suburbs. So we just don't have that many bodies of water, and it's even rarer to find homes that are really located on the lake. I hope you enjoyed those tours of some historic Denver neighborhoods and how charming they can be. Price points are going to vary across the board on these. The downside to these neighborhoods, remember, is the school ratings. They're just not as high as a lot of the schools in the suburban areas. So a lot of people moving to these neighborhoods are taking that into consideration and either looking for private school options or moving out of, or sending their kids to schools out of district. The other downside to some of these neighborhoods is the closer that you get into Denver, into that lower downtown where you're in neighborhoods like Five Points and Lodo and Uptown, is you're going to deal with a lot more homelessness and a lot more of the city issues that come up of extra congestion. You know, traffic is going to be a lot worse. But the biggest thing is you're going to have to deal with the homeless and some of the failures of the city in addressing that. So remember that when you're on your move to Denver, and make sure to hit me up, call, text, or email, and let's get you set up for success on your move to Denver.